G'day everybody, Blue Boy here again, and I've got a confession for you. I have got a gear addiction, if you haven't already noticed, which I'm sure you have, but part of that gear addiction springs from I'm searching for the right kit for myself. And one of the key pieces of kit that I'm still searching for is a sleeping pad that I can sleep on and get a good sleep on. So I have gone through heaps of sleeping pads, and one day I'll do a good old shootout in comparison. But I've got heaps of sleeping pads. So I've got self-inflating pads like that one. I've got a yellow one, I've got a thin one, I've got a blue one from Nima. I've got an inflatable pad from Montbell, which I use in Tasmania, which is okay, but it's not very warm. I've got multiple Thermarest X lights. That's a big fat wide one with a speed valve. That's been my main one, but I don't sleep very well on that. This is my first pad that I tried, which is also a Nemo, which is an insulated inflatable pad. That's a terrible pad, doesn't work very well for me at all. It's cold and it's really unstable. So thus comes to the purpose of this video, and that is I'm trying out another one, and here it is in this box here. Let's unbox it and have a look. So what do we got here? It is the brand Big Agnes, and it is a Q-Core SLX. And then this is the inflatable pad to go, like the inflatable like blow up sort of thing, which is also a dry bag to go along with it. So I've read a few reviews about this, and I'm going to try this one out. This one's a bit thicker, and it's got a R rating of like 4.2, I think it is. So we'll see how this one stacks up against all those other ones that haven't worked for me. So stick around to have a look at it blown up. Okay, let's get this show on the road and get it out. We might weigh it first. So the one that I got is the 25" by 78. So the wide, long one, because that's what I need. I'm not a big dude, I'm tallish, 6 foot, 183 centimeters. Okay. That box didn't go very well, did it? Okay, so here it is. Here's the actual thing. It looks not too bad. Let's compare it to my most commonly used one, which is my Thermarest. This is the Thermarest X-Light speed valve, so it's actually a lot smaller. It's about the same like diameter, but it's a lot longer. So like, yeah, that's the speed valve one, the big yellow one that I've reviewed. See it in the cards. And then this is the new Big Agnes. Let's have a look at this one. Ooh, look at that. It's got a little thingamabob. It's like a patch kit. And then this is the actual kit. Look at that. Let's put this light here so you can see when I hold it up to the camera. So this is it here. Looks, yeah, pretty nice compared to that. So it is a bit smaller, I think. We'll see. So let's weigh this thing. Might take this plastic off. Yep. And then let's just go right to the source of all things good. Now it's supposed to be 22 ounces. Like stated spec. It's a bit over 23.24. It's supposed to be 635 grams, but it's 658. Then if you add the stuff sack, goes up to 675 grams, 23.83 ounces, and if you add the patch repair kit that it comes with, it's just under 24 ounces, or 679 grams. Now that we've weighed it, and got the bad news that it's heavy ass. Let's have a look at this, because this is how we're going to blow it up. This is the pump house, so it is like the equally green and mean and lean like bag. So it's quite unique. I've got quite a few of these. One for the Montbell,
got one for the thermarest, which is actually a sucky one because you can't seal the thermarest one down here, whereas the Montbell one you can, and this new Big Agnes one you can as well. So just like snapper wrappers, so you can make it into a proper dry bag. And with this Big Agnes one, look, it's actually got a second lining. It's got like a neck warmer, or like a second skin that makes the bag twice the volume. So that's pretty cool. So you got a really big bag like that. Nice. I think this one's supposed to be about 82 grams. Let's have a look, because that adds to the total weight of this system. So let's weigh it straight out of the thing. So it's 2.64 ounces, or 74.8 grams. That's pretty good. Yep, that's it. So let's have a look. Oopsie doops, get off the microphone. I'm trying out my old lapel microphone, which I don't often like using because this cable gets in the way, and it gives me limited ability, limited like range. Okay, look at that. The material is quite nice. Very green. Oh look, here's the business end. There we go. Looks nice. Let's have a look up here. Let you have a look at this bit here. So it says 25.78 insulated Q-Core SLX. Cool, man. And there's like two valves here, one to let it in really quick with the inflatable thing, and the other one apparently is to let it out really fast. It's just an open hole. So that's pretty amazing. Okay, let's blow it up. So we're gonna blow this guy here. So we put it on the big one and snapper wrapper it. Boosh, like that. We're gonna blow into it, and then we're gonna squeeze it like this. So look at that, that's pretty easy. Oops. Okay, next one. It's a bit tricky to like freeze this. You get used to it. It's much better than having to blow your mouth into it and getting really super dizzy. Oh look, it's starting to take shape. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So what was that, 4? Was that 4 pumps? Pretty good. Yep, that'll do. Look, it's got a one-way valve too, so it doesn't matter if you undo that. And you probably just like push that nipple there. Yep, to let a little bit of air in to adjust for like your own preference for pressure. But that's probably about right. Okay, nice. Okay, let's have a look and let's have a feel what this feels like. Oh. Oh. My keys are doing there, golly. Oh my goodness. That feels good. That feels like a proper camping lilo that you go car camping with, that is like super fat but really cold. And I can sleep on those sort of things. So I reckon this is going to be the ticket. Like I sleep on my side like this. Often I sleep like this, my knee up like this, and oh, my hip is nowhere near the bottom, which is always the problem. It's always even been the problem with this Thermarest one, the X-Lite, when you're up on my side, but my hip gets very close to the bottom when it gets cold, and just a bit uncomfortable. So yeah, and these side rails Ooh yeah, I like the side rails because your body gets a bit of a feel for where the edge is, and you know, psychologically you feel safe and less likely to roll over the edge. All right, now I want to try it out with well, actually, I'll inflate the thermarest, and we can see how different the like the thickness is. Okay, we're going to compare it, like thickness wise, before I put the sleeping bag on it, to my next favourite pad, which is the Thermarest X-Lite Max SV, with the big fat dunger speed valve, which is pretty cool. Let's blow it up. So there we go. That's the difference. So this Thermarest X-Lite Max SV, the speed valve, 2.5 inches, which is pretty thick. Look at this big baby, this big bad boy, 3.5 inches there. So yeah, there's some differences. So this one's got the horizontal ribs, and this one's got the quilted pattern. So that's going to be nice. I quite like that. And so I think it's like 3.5 or 4 inches there, and maybe 3.5 inches or so on the sort of inside there. So we got that baby, and then let's compare it to my other one. So this is the other one. So this is the other one, another one I've got, which is the Montbell Inflatable. So let's have a look at how this one works. Now this one's only 150 centimeters long, so not full length because it's designed to be paired up with a pillow. It straps to the end there and then clips on there, but it is an inflatable pad. So you use the blow-up bag just like the big Agnes one. So let's try that. Snap a wrapper on there. I like this bag. Quite big. This one's got the same idea. It's got a valve in there that you can let a little bit of pressure in and out. Oh, sorry, out. Okay, so that is the Montbell one. So let's have a look at how these three compare. So there we go. The Montbell one is about the same thickness as the Thermarest one. I think they're both 2.5 inches or so. But you can see the big Agnes is still like much thicker. It's hard to pick up. So there we go. Let's bring these other ones. This is a self-inflating, so this is a Nemo long wide, 25-inch wide. Actually came from Nemo like with holes in it, so I repaired it and talked to them, and they sent me a blue one. So I got two of these big ones, and you can see the difference between all these three. Now I really like this. They feel really firm, but they're still a little bit thin, and my hips hurt on them. So here we go. Here's these three. Let's have a look at those ones. Look at that. So much thinner. Like if we put this one over here, which has been my most successful pad that I've been comfortable on, the self-inflating, you can see how much different that is. So it's super skinny. Now I've even tried a lighter one. This is the Nemo's like 20-inch wide version, like this. And it says it's the same thickness as the 25-inch wide one, but in fact it's actually much thinner. Now this one's not actually blown up properly, so you can see how much thinner that one is. And then finally, last thing, this is a traditional super heavy self-inflating mattress, old school one. It's like I think it's like 1 3/4 inches thick, 3.8 or 1.5 inches, 3.8 centimeters, and it's pretty comfortable, but it's way too heavy. So yeah, so you can see of all of those, this big Agnes, this one in the middle, that is the biggest, beefiest one, and at about 600 grams, it's pretty good. So let us ditch all of those, and let's just focus on this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try this new pad out, this big Agnes, whatever it's called, I've even forgotten already.
this new Big Agnes thick, chunky ass pad with my new super bed and the pillow that I think I need to carry. This is a foam pillow. It's like 250 grams, 8 ounces, 5 ounces, something or other. It's heavy, but it's the one that's most comfortable to me. So I can't really sleep on any inflatable sleeping pillow. So let us put super bed on to super pad. Let's do it. That's the quilt. That's the sheet with the hood. Ooh, looking good. Whoa, yeah, it's sweet. Look at that. Looks nice. Now, let's put the quilt on top. Oh yeah, that is looking super, super comfy. Now I've got it in like mummy style, mummy sort of cinched right down with the footbox like curled over on itself. So that's the warmest possible mode. But I think the most comfortable mode will be in rectangular mode when you tack it down to there. So I'm going to just hop in and see how that feels. Whoa. Oh yeah. Ooh. Luxurious. Ooh. Ooh yeah. Going in the back cave. Better keep my mic out. Oh yeah. Nice. Now one thing I've noticed about this super bed is look, my feet can get out the bottom there, you've got to have it all. So it's not as good as a zipper. But you can sort of like layer it, like catch all the layers there and just like cuddle up your feet like that. It's pretty good. And you can go like this. Yeah, it's pretty good. So it is a bit drafty down there already, but you could just sort of like cuddle it up like that. Yeah, it feels good. I reckon the most comfortable way definitely is going to be, definitely the most comfortable way I think is if we tack it down here. So I'm going to undo it from mummy mode into rectangular, like rectangular mode. And then you got like a rectangular foot box that's like pinned down mostly. Okay, let's jump in now and have a look. Now, just in terms of the pad, yeah, it feels like a lilo, like a car camping lilo, like super solid, unlike most any other inflatable pad I've ever been on. The Montbell one, the Thermarest ones, multiple ones, all the X lights, they just don't feel stable, whereas this feels super rock stable. And if I'm going to be lying down like this, with my leg up like this, man, I'm going to be able to sleep in this. This may well be my system, or this pad, definitely. This sleeping bag and super bed, yep, jury's out on that yet, but I reckon the pad is the way to go. Might be a tiny bit too hard. Let me just let a little bit out. Yeah, that feels a bit better. It's awesome. Let's go have a sleep here now. Hey, one other thing I thought I'd show you or test out is it deflating.
So I'm going to see how fast that does to deflate, and I'm actually just going to lie on the top here to help the air go out. But I'm kind of thinking that because this, look at how fluffy that is, because this bed, this Zenbivy super bed is so hard to like get on, I'm thinking if I deflate this pad with the bed and the sheet all attached, maybe I can all roll it up as one piece. So let me see if I can release the valve. Release the hounds! Oh yeah! Went flat. Man, that goes out nice and fast. That's really good. Because the thermarests, like the X lights, take forever to go get the stuff out unless you've got a speed valve. And the other cool thing about having like a fast valve like that is when it's time to get up in the morning, you just release that and then you fall down onto the ground, the cold ground, and there's far less motivation to stay in bed. So your body weight helps get the air out. Yeah, it's pretty good. So if I take the pillow out, that's it. And then looks like it's gone pretty flat. Yeah, it is pretty good. So leave that all clipped up, and then let's have a look. If I put the thing like that, and then let's have a look at it. Yeah, there's still a bit of air in there, but maybe if we just like rolled it like this, let's see if that's gonna like get the air out of the bed as well as compress the down. So maybe I could just like roll it up like a swag, okay, and then just like fold it over like a donut or something. Oh, look at that. It's working alright, isn't it? Fold that in there. Yeah, go in there, little babies. There. Sort of like that. And I reckon, where's that pump house? Now that's the, wondering if all of it could go into this pump house. It probably can. Like, I'll sort of let the pressure off there a little bit, so if I roll it back up like this, yep, seems like I've got the air out of that pretty well. And here's my pillow. Well, I'm going to leave that out for the time being. Let's see. I'm going to leave that thing there. I reckon if I fold it over like that. Yep. And then if I stick it in here. And then when it's time to unroll, you just unroll and inflate, and away you go. Your bed's made. And then that could be the back part of the pack, couldn't it? Go get a pack and see what that looks like. So I've got my two frameless packs here. I've got the Katabatic Gear Nick 40, which I used in Tassie this year. It went great. It's not waterproof, and I've got my Nero, Zupax Nero. So either of them would go good. The Nero's a bit wider, and the Nick's a bit narrower. I quite like narrow packs, and I really do like this Nick. So let's try using it in the Nick as like a back panel. Pretty nice. That looks pretty jolly amazing. Let's put a few other bits and pieces in there and see how it goes. So I've brought some other stuff out. I've brought a big Oompa Loompa puffy jacket, which I'd never take hiking. It's way too heavy, but it's nice and voluminous. So I'm going to stick this down here. And then we've got some water. I'm going to stick that maybe on the top here somehow. Get some weight. And I've got a tent here. Plexamid, Z-Pax Plexamid. Stick it in the front. Like that. And I've got some water for the sides. Boom. And another one. A little bit of water on this side. Yeah, look at that. And then, oh yeah, maybe put a couple of these sleeping pads in the top just to fill it out. Maybe this one. Ooh, that's a bit too wide. Don't like that. Oh, maybe this pillow. That'll do. Okay. Let's see. And there we go. Look at that. Ooh, there's something sticking there. That's the top thing, but it's made the pack really nice. A nice sort of width. I quite like that. I like the narrow. It's made it thick as a brick, but that's okay. The volume's good. Let's see what it's like on my back. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's comfy. And stick this in here. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that feels really. Oh man, that is so narrow. It's like a jetpack. Look, it's about the same width as my own back. Yeah, I like that. Roll it up into that dry bag thing. Looks pretty good. Look. Man, I like it. That is awesome. I like that whole system, and they're sort of good multi-use. The dry bag is the pump bag, and it does the like the pad and the sleeping bag rolled up into one. And then when you get it out, you can just blow it up and away you go again. And it makes the pack nice and thin as well. I really like that. So yeah, that's good. Let's pull it out and see how quickly it rolls up. And there we go. There's the whole bed system. So ready to go. Let's time ourselves. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Boom. Yeah, sort of all there. And we grab the pump bag, pull this thing out. Close the exit valve, open the entry valve. There we go. I think that's it. 4 is a good firmness. And look at that. It's all ready to go. Everything's stayed on. Yeah, look at that. So the bed is perfect. That's awesome. Ready to hop in and go to bed. Grab a pillow. Where the pillow's ended up. Here it is. The Thermarest foam pillow. Put that in there. So however long that was, maybe 1.5, 2 minutes. Time for bed. Cozy wozy. Love it. Have a look at this. Holding that pad up in the light, you can see all of these strips. So not quite sure what they are. If they're the reflective, like the space blanket reflective part, but There's some sort of insulation in there, but it's not consistent. Like when you feel it, it's sort of like, I don't know, it could be tape, it could be like, it feels like a big thick layer of chewing gum, like unchewed chewing gum or glue that's up through there. It's sort of like, yeah, and like where that is, that's like, oh look, there's two of them. There's one on each side, so, I mean, that's where the bonding is. So that's where the, like the internal baffles, so it's sort of like, it's probably a reinforcing material there. That's also reflective, body heat reflective, reinforcing, so like where the quilted parts are. And then in between there, like there and there, not everywhere, but just some places it feels like the spongy glue or something or other. So it's very interesting. I'm quite fascinated what the insulation is, but apparently it's pretty good. So we'll see.
So I think that'll do me for a first look at the new Big Agnes insulated Q-Core SLX and the Pump House Ultra Sleeping Pad Inflation Pump. So I'll let you know how it all goes. I'm going on a big hike to Cozzy, Osco in about 2 weeks for my annual hike with my Year 9 kids. So we'll test it out then. Blue Boy out.